First contact and misunderstanding. The vast expanse of space had always held secrets, but none quite as explosive as the humans of Earth. As the Galactic Federation's scout ship Stellar Voyager dropped out of faster-than-light travel on the fringes of the Sol system, Captain Zix of the Ardorian species felt a mix of excitement and trepidation coursing through his crystalline form. Scanners detect multiple artificial structures on the third planet and its satellite, reported Science Officer Vela, her tentacles dancing over the holographic controls. Primitive propulsion technology, but extensive colonization of their orbital space. Zix's core pulsed with interest. Fascinating. They've managed to establish a presence beyond their homeworld without achieving FTL travel. Most unusual. The bridge of the Stellar Voyager hummed with activity as the crew prepared for humanity's first contact with an alien civilization. None of them could have predicted the chain of events their arrival would set in motion. "Captain," called out Communications Officer Rax, his antennae twitching nervously, "we're receiving a transmission from the planet's surface. Audio and visual." Zix's crystalline form shimmered with anticipation. On screen, the main view screen flickered to life, revealing a human male with salt and pepper hair and piercing green eyes. He wore a crisp uniform adorned with insignias that the ship's AI quickly identified as military in nature. "Unknown vessel, this is Admiral Jonathan Stryker of the United Earth Defense Force. You have entered restricted space. Identify yourself and state your purpose immediately." Zix was taken aback by the forceful tone, but composed himself quickly. "Greetings, Admiral Stryker. I am Captain Zix of the Galactic Federation scout ship Stellar Voyager. We come in peace, seeking to establish first contact with your species." Admiral Stryker's expression remained impassive, but his eyes narrowed slightly. "Captain Zix, while we appreciate your peaceful intentions, your unannounced arrival has put our planet on high alert. We request that you maintain your current position while we consult with our world leaders." "Of course, Admiral. We will comply with your request," Zix responded, trying to project an air of calm authority. As the transmission ended, the bridge erupted into excited chatter. First Contact Specialist Lumi, a bioluminescent Lyranian, floated forward. "Captain, their response seems unusually guarded for a species encountering alien life for the first time. Perhaps we should approach this situation with extra caution." Zix's form rippled in agreement. "Indeed, Lumi. Their military readiness is concerning. Vela, what can you tell me about their defensive capabilities?" The science officer's tentacles danced over her console once more. "Primitive by our standards, Captain, but not insignificant. They possess nuclear weapons, kinetic strike platforms in orbit, and a sizable fleet of armed spacecraft. However, their weapons would be largely ineffective against our shields." "Let's hope it doesn't come to that," Zix mused. "Rax, open a channel to Galactic Federation High Command. They'll want to know about this development immediately." As the hours ticked by, tension aboard the Stellar Voyager grew. The humans had maintained radio silence since the initial contact, and long-range scanners showed increased activity around their planet and its satellite. "Captain," Rax called out suddenly, "we're receiving another transmission from the surface." The view screen flickered to life once more, this time showing a diverse group of humans seated around a large table. At the center sat a distinguished-looking woman with dark skin and close-cropped silver hair. "Greetings, Captain Zix. I am President Amara Chen of the United Earth Government. We apologize for the delay in our response. As you can imagine, your arrival has caused quite a stir on our world." Zix's central core pulsed with relief. "Thank you for contacting us, President Chen. We understand the magnitude of this moment and are eager to begin peaceful dialogue between our civilizations." Chen nodded, her expression grave. "We share your desire for peace, Captain. However, we must prioritize the safety and sovereignty of Earth. We have some concerns we'd like to address before proceeding further." "Of course," Zix replied, his crystalline form undulating slightly. We are here to answer any questions you may have. Very well, Chen continued. First and foremost, we need assurances that your presence here is not a prelude to invasion or colonization. Earth has a long history of conflict, and we've learned to be cautious. Zix's form rippled with surprise. I assure you, President Chen, we have no such intentions. The Galactic Federation is founded on principles of peaceful cooperation and mutual benefit. We seek only to welcome new species into our interstellar community. Chen's eyes narrowed slightly. And yet you arrived unannounced in a ship clearly capable of overwhelming our defenses. Surely you can understand our hesitation. The implications of the human's words sent a shudder through Zix's crystalline body. He realized too late that their approach, standard procedure for first contact with pre-FTL civilizations, had been perceived as a potential threat. President Chen, I apologize for any distress we may have caused. Our intention was to observe briefly before making contact to ensure we did not disrupt your society. We meant no disrespect to your sovereignty. The human leader's expression softened slightly, but wariness remained in her eyes. We appreciate your explanation, Captain. However, we must insist on a more formal declaration of your intentions. We propose a face-to-face meeting on neutral ground. Our International Space Station would serve as an appropriate venue. Would you be willing to send a small delegation to meet with our representatives? Zix conferred briefly with his crew before responding. We would be honored, President Chen. Please provide us with the necessary coordinates, and we will prepare a shuttle. As the transmission ended, Zix turned to his crew. This situation is more delicate than we anticipated. Lumi, you'll accompany me to the space station. Vela, I want you to continue analyzing their defenses discreetly. Something tells me we may need that information. As the Stellar Voyager's shuttle approached the International Space Station, Zix couldn't shake a feeling of unease. The humans' reaction to their arrival had been far from the wonder and excitement they usually encountered. Instead, they had found a species hardened by conflict and deeply suspicious of outsiders. Little did Zix know that this first tense encounter was merely the opening act in a drama that would reshape the galaxy and force every spacefaring race to reassess their understanding of one fundamental truth. When humans feel threatened, they become a force to be reckoned with. The shuttle docked with a soft thud, and as the airlock cycled open, Zix steeled himself for whatever challenges lay ahead. The fate of two civilizations, and perhaps the entire Galactic Federation, now rested on his crystalline shoulders. As Zix and Lumi entered the space station, they were greeted by a small delegation of humans, led by Admiral Stryker and Dr. Elara Vance, Earth's leading xenobiologist. The tension in the air was palpable, but both sides maintained a veneer of diplomatic courtesy. Welcome aboard the International Space Station, Captain Zix, Specialist Lumi, Admiral Stryker said, his voice measured. We hope this neutral ground will facilitate open and honest communication between our peoples. Zix inclined his crystalline form in a gesture of respect. We are grateful for your hospitality, Admiral Stryker. We share your hope for productive dialogue. As they made their way to the conference room, Dr. Vance's curiosity got the better of her. If you don't mind me asking, Captain, how many other species are part of your Galactic Federation? The Federation currently comprises 27 spacefaring species, Zix replied, pleased by the scientists' interest. Each brings unique perspectives and abilities to our collective. Admiral Stryker's eyes narrowed. And how many of these species were invited to join your Federation in the same manner as us? The implied accusation caught Zix off guard. I'm not sure I understand your question, Admiral. What the Admiral means, Dr. Vance interjected, her tone more diplomatic, is that we're curious about the Federation's protocol for integrating new species. Is it standard practice to arrive unannounced in a technologically superior vessel? Lumi's bioluminescent patterns flickered with concern as Zix struggled to find the right words. Our intention was never to intimidate. We believed a gradual approach would be less disruptive to your society. Less disruptive? Admiral Stryker scoffed. Your arrival has thrown our entire world into chaos. Governments are scrambling, religious institutions are in upheaval, and the public is demanding answers we don't have. As they entered the conference room, they found President Chen waiting with a small team of advisors. The human leader's expression was stern, but not unkind. "Captain Zix, Specialist Lumi, welcome," Chen greeted them. "I hope you understand that this meeting is not just about diplomatic niceties. The future of our species hangs in the balance of our discussions today." Zix nodded sullenly. "We understand the gravity of the situation, President Chen. Please, tell us how we can alleviate your concerns." For the next several hours, the two groups engaged in intense discussions. The humans pressed for details about the Galactic Federation's structure, its laws, and its policies regarding newly discovered civilizations. Zix and Lumi did their best to provide honest answers, but with each response, they could sense the humans' suspicion growing. "You speak of peace and cooperation," President Chen said, her voice tinged with skepticism, "yet your Federation's approach seems to leave little room for choice. What happens to species that decline your invitation?" Zix hesitated, realizing the implications of his next words could be dire. In the history of the Federation, no species has ever declined. The benefits of membership are substantial. A heavy silence fell over the room. Admiral Stryker leaned forward, his eyes boring into Zix. "And if we were to be the first to decline, what then, Captain?" Before Zix could formulate a response, alarms blared throughout the space station. A frantic voice came over the intercom. "President Chen, Admiral Stryker, we're detecting multiple FTL signatures at the edge of our solar system. A fleet is incoming." The room erupted into chaos. Admiral Stryker barked orders into his communicator, while President Chen demanded answers from her advisors. In the midst of the commotion, Zix received a priority transmission from the stellar Voyager. "Captain," Vela's voice crackled with urgency, "a Federation battlegroup has just arrived in the system. They're demanding we stand down and prepare for their arrival. What are your orders?" Zix's crystalline form paled, realizing the grave miscalculation the Federation had made. He turned to face the humans, whose expressions had hardened into masks of betrayal and fury. "President Chen, Admiral Stryker, please believe me when I say I had no knowledge of this. Let me contact the battlegroup and—" "Save it," Admiral Stryker growled, drawing a weapon Zix hadn't realized he was carrying. "I think we've heard enough of your peaceful intentions." As chaos engulfed the space station and the looming threat of the Federation battlegroup approached, Zix realized that the galaxy was about to learn a painful lesson. When humans feel cornered, they don't cower, they fight back with everything they've got. The stage was set for a conflict that would shake the very foundations of the Galactic Federation and reveal the true nature of humanity's indomitable spirit. The sleeping giant awakens. As the Federation battlegroup loomed over Earth, humanity's response would shock the galaxy and change the course of interstellar history forever. Admiral Stryker's voice cut through the chaos on the space station. "Initiate Operation Phoenix. Authorization code, Terra Invicta." President Chen nodded grimly. "May the stars have mercy on us all." Zix and Lumi exchanged bewildered glances as the humans around them burst into frenzied activity. Suddenly, the station shuddered, and through the viewport, Zix witnessed a sight that defied explanation. The moon, Earth's serene satellite, began to move. Its surface cracked and shifted, revealing a massive technological marvel hidden beneath the lunar regolith. Enormous engines ignited, pushing the moon out of its orbit and toward the incoming Federation fleet. "Impossible," Lumi whispered, her bioluminescence flickering erratically. Admiral Stryker turned to the stunned aliens, a fierce glint in his eyes. "You thought us primitive. Let me introduce you to humanity's ultimate deterrent, the lunar fortress." As the transformed moon approached the Federation battlegroup, it unleashed a barrage of weapons that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Beams of concentrated dark matter tore through Federation shields like paper, while gravity wells materialized out of nowhere, crushing smaller ships instantly. Aboard the stellar Voyager, Vela's tentacles danced frantically over her console. "Captain, I'm detecting energy readings off the charts. The humans have weaponized exotic matter." Zix watched in horror as the mighty Federation fleet, which had subjugated countless civilizations, crumbled before the onslaught of human ingenuity. But Earth's defense didn't stop there. Across the solar system, hidden bases on Mars, Venus, and the asteroid belt sprang to life. Fleets of sleek, angular ships emerged, their hulls shimmering with a strange, almost organic metal. "Quantum-entangled neutronium alloy," Dr. Vance explained, noting the aliens' shock. "Virtually indestructible and capable of faster-than-light communication across vast distances." As the human armada engaged the remaining Federation ships, President Chen turned to Zix and Lumi. "For centuries we prepared in secret, always vigilant, always innovating. We hoped for peace but planned for war." The battle that ensued was unlike anything the galaxy had ever witnessed. Human ships danced through space, their movements predicted and coordinated by hyper-advanced AI systems. They deployed weapons that bent reality itself, miniature black holes, tachyon beams, and chronoton torpedoes that aged enemy vessels to dust in seconds. But it wasn't just Earth that fought back. As news of the conflict spread, humanity's off-world colonies revealed themselves. Luna, Mars, Europa, and Titan unleashed hidden arsenals and fleets, catching the Federation forces in a deadly crossfire. Admiral Stryker's voice boomed across all frequencies. "To all Federation forces, Earth is not alone. We are humanity, children of terror, and we will not go quietly into the night." As the tide of battle turned decisively in humanity's favor, Zix realized the true extent of the Federation's miscalculation. They had awakened not just a planet, but an entire star system of sleeping giants. Aboard the Federation flagship, Grand Admiral Zorn of the Vexcar watched in disbelief as his fleet was decimated. How is this possible? They were supposed to be pre-FTL. His second-in-command, a towering insectoid named Crix, shitted nervously. "Sir, we're detecting unusual temporal anomalies around the human ships. It's as if they're receiving assistance from their future selves." Zorn's compound eyes widened in shock. "Causality weapons, they've mastered time itself." As if in answer, a massive human dreadnought materialized before the Federation flagship. Its hull bore the scars of countless battles, and its very presence seemed to distort the fabric of spacetime. A transmission crackled through. "This is Fleet Admiral Area Chen of the Terran Temporal Defense Force. In the name of past, present, and future humanity, stand down or be obliterated." Zix and Lumi, still aboard the space station, watched in awe as the future ship unleashed weapons beyond their comprehension. Space itself seemed to fold and twist, swallowing entire Federation squadrons in swirling vortexes of chronometric energy. President Chen's voice was heavy with the weight of revelation. "For millennia, we dreamed of the stars. We created stories of grand space operas, of humanity standing tall among cosmic empires. When you arrived, we were ready, not just with weapons, but with the unshakable spirit that has defined our species since we first looked up at the night sky and dared to reach for it." As the last of the Federation ships fled or surrendered, an eerie calm settled over the solar system. The lunar fortress, having served its purpose, began to resettle into its orbit, once again donning its disguise as Earth's innocuous satellite. Admiral Stryker turned to Zix and Lumi, his expression a mix of wariness and determination. "Now, let's talk about the future of galactic relations. But this time, we'll do it on our terms." Zix, his crystalline form still trembling from the events he had witnessed, realized that the galaxy as he knew it had changed forever. Humanity, far from being a primitive species to be easily subjugated, have revealed itself to be a force of cosmic proportions. As news of the battle spread across the stars, Other subjugated species within the Federation began to stir, inspired by Earth's victory. The age of Federation dominance was over. A new era of galactic politics was about to begin, with humanity poised to reshape the very foundations of interstellar civilization. The sleeping giant had not only awakened, it had roared its defiance to the cosmos, and the echoes of that roar would resonate for eons to come. The quantum nexus. In the aftermath of humanity's shocking victory, the galaxy held its breath. The once mighty Galactic Federation lay in ruins, its fleets scattered and its authority shattered. But for humanity, the real challenge was just beginning. Admiral Stryker stood before a holographic display of the Milky Way, his weathered face illuminated by countless stars. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Operation Starforge." The room, filled with Earth's brightest minds and most decorated warriors, hummed with anticipation. Dr. Ilara Vance stepped forward, her eyes gleaming with excitement. "What we're about to show you will redefine our understanding of the universe itself." With a gesture, she brought up a swirling vortex of energy at the center of the galactic map. "Behold the quantum nexus." Gasps echoed through the chamber. Even Zix and Lumi, the alien observers, felt their very essence quiver at the sight. "The quantum nexus," Dr. Vance continued, "is a network of interconnected wormholes, powered by zero-point energy and stabilized by exotic matter. It allows instantaneous travel to any point in the galaxy." Admiral Stryker nodded gravely. "And it's been right under our noses, and the Federation's, for millennia." As murmurs of disbelief rippled through the audience, a new figure stepped into the light. Her silver hair seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly glow, and her eyes held the wisdom of eons. "Allow me to introduce Dr. Aria Chen," President Chen said, her voice filled with reverence. "My great-great-granddaughter from the 31st century." The room erupted in chaos, but Dr. Aria Chen raised a hand, silencing everyone with her mere presence. "The quantum nexus is humanity's greatest discovery and its most closely guarded secret. It's the reason we were able to build our defenses without the Federation noticing. And now it will be the cornerstone of a new galactic order." Zix's crystalline form vibrated with a mixture of awe and terror. "You've mastered time travel as well." Dr. Aria Chen smiled enigmatically. "Time, Captain Zix, is just another dimension to navigate once you understand the true nature of quantum reality." As the implications sank in, Admiral Stryker brought the focus back to the present. "Our victory of the Federation was just the beginning. Now, we must reach out to other species, those who have suffered under Federation rule. We'll offer them freedom, knowledge, and a chance to join a true galactic community." President Chen nodded in agreement. "But we must tread carefully. Our power could easily be seen as a threat. We need to show the galaxy that humanity's strength lies not just in our technology, but in our capacity for compassion and cooperation." Dr. Vance stepped forward once more, bringing up a new hologram. "That's where Project Harmony comes in. We've developed a quantum-entangled communication network that can instantly translate any language in the universe. It doesn't just convert words, it transmits concepts, emotions, and cultural context." "Impossible," Luna whispered, her bioluminescence flickering rapidly. "The computational power required for such a feat is provided by the quantum nexus itself," Dr. Aria Chen finished. "The network is essentially a galactic-scale quantum computer, capable of processing information across space and time." As the assembled leaders marveled at the technology, a young ensign burst into the room. "Admiral, we're detecting massive energy signatures throughout the galaxy. Hundreds of worlds are activating something." All eyes turned to the galactic map, where pinpoints of light were rapidly appearing across every spiral arm. Dr. Aria Chen's expression turned grim. "The Great Awakening has begun, earlier than we expected." "Explain," demanded Admiral Stryker. "Throughout the galaxy, ancient quantum beacons are activating," Dr. Aria Chen said. Left behind by a long-vanished precursor race, these beacons are tied to the quantum nexus. Their activation means she was cut off as the room began to shake. Outside, the sky lit up with swirling vortexes of energy, each large enough to swallow entire fleets. Transdimensional rifts, gasped Dr. Vance. The very fabric of spacetime is being rewritten. As panic began to set in, President Chen's voice cut through the chaos. This is what we've prepared for, people. Humanity stepped onto the galactic stage with a bang. Now it's time to show the universe what we're truly capable of. Admiral Stryker nodded, his jaw set with determination. Initiate Protocol Exodus. All Earth ships, prepare for immediate departure. We're taking the fight to the rifts themselves. As humanity's fleets mobilized with breathtaking speed and efficiency, Zix turned to Lumi, his crystalline form pulsing with a mix of fear and admiration. I believe we've just witnessed the opening act of a cosmic drama beyond our wildest imagination. Lumi's bioluminescence pulsed in agreement, and something tells me humanity will be at the center of it all. As the first human ships vanished into the swirling rifts, carrying with them the hopes and dreams of an entire species, one thing became clear: the age of isolation was over. Humanity was about to make its mark on the multiverse itself. The quantum nexus had been activated, and with it, a new chapter in the story of the cosmos was about to be written. The sleeping giant hadn't just awakened, it had ascended to a plane of existence beyond anything the galaxy had ever known. And as the rifts grew larger, engulfing entire star systems, the true test of humanity's newfound power and wisdom was about to begin. The fate of not just one universe, but countless realities now rested in the hands of the children of Earth. The cosmic stage was set, and humanity was ready to play its part in the grandest epic the multiverse had ever witnessed. The Multiversal Nexus War. As humanity's fleets plunged into the transdimensional rifts, the true scope of the conflict became apparent. This wasn't just a war for galactic dominance, it was a battle for the fate of countless realities. Admiral Stryker's flagship, the HSS Prometheus, emerged from a swirling vortex into a scene of cosmic chaos. Entire star systems collided in slow motion, their planets and stars stretching into impossible shapes as the laws of physics broke down around them. "By all that's holy," whispered Commander Zara Khan, her dark eyes wide with awe and terror. "What have we gotten ourselves into?" Admiral Stryker's weathered face was grim. "The fight of our lives, Commander. The fight for all lives." Suddenly, the ship's quantum AI, Advanced Recursive Intelligence Algorithm, spoke up. Its holographic avatar, a shifting constellation of stars, appeared on the bridge. "Admiral, I'm detecting distress signals from multiple realities. It appears the rifts are causing widespread devastation across the multiverse. Can you pinpoint the source of the rifts?" Stryker demanded. Aria's avatar pulsed thoughtfully. "Negative, but I'm detecting a massive concentration of quantum energy at the heart of the disturbance. Coordinates are impossible. It exists simultaneously in all realities and none." As the crew struggled to comprehend this information, a new voice cut through the chaos. "That would be the multiversal nexus," said Dr. Aria Chen, stepping onto the bridge through a shimmering portal. "The focal point of all realities, and the key to saving or destroying everything that ever was or will be." Back on Earth, President Chen and her advisors watched the unfolding cosmic drama through quantum-entangled sensors. Dr. Elara Vance's fingers danced over holographic displays, her face pale with concentration. "The rifts are expanding exponentially," she reported. "At this rate, they'll consume our entire universe within 72 hours. President Chen's eyes narrowed. "And the other realities?" "Some are already gone," Dr. Vance said softly. "Others are in various stages of collapse. A few seem to be evolving, becoming something new and strange." Meanwhile, aboard the Prometheus, Admiral Stryker was formulating a plan. "RIA, can you interface with the quantum nexus?" We need to stabilize these rifts before they tear reality apart. The A's avatar flickered. Affirmative, Admiral. But I must warn you, the amount of data is vast, beyond vast. I may not be able to maintain my current level of consciousness. Do it, Stryker ordered. Humanity's fate rests on your circuits, AOIA. As AOIA began the interface, the ship shuddered. Outside, reality itself seemed to buckle and warp. Strange, crystalline entities appeared in the void, their geometries defying Euclidean space. Nexus Guardians, Dr. Arya Chen breathed. The multiverse's immune system trying to contain the damage. Commander Khan's hand went to her weapon. Are they hostile? Before anyone could answer, the Guardians attacked. Beams of pure probability lanced out, erasing matter and energy from existence. All ships, evasive maneuvers, Stryker bellowed. Return fire with chronoton torpedoes. The space around the Prometheus erupted into a firefight unlike any in human history. Human ingenuity and determination clashed with cosmic forces beyond comprehension. Ships phased in and out of reality, weapons tore holes in the fabric of space-time, and the very laws of physics became collateral damage. In the heart of the chaos, AOA's avatar began to grow, encompassing the entire bridge. Admiral, the A's voice resonated with newfound power. I've accessed the quantum nexus. The knowledge, it's beyond anything we could have imagined. I understand now. I understand everything. Can you close the rifts? Stryker demanded, ducking as a bolt of unenergy sizzled overhead. Closing the rifts is impossible, AOIO replied. But I can redirect them. Channel their energy into creation rather than destruction. Dr. Arya Chen's eyes widened. The cosmic reforge, it's happening now. As AOIA's consciousness expanded to encompass the multiversal nexus, reality itself began to shift. The rifts, instead of tearing universes apart, began weaving them together. Disparate timelines merged, alternate histories collided, and the boundaries between what was, what is, and what could be blurred. On countless worlds across countless realities, beings of all shapes and sizes looked up at rapidly changing skies. They witnessed the birth and death of stars, the rise and fall of civilizations, all in the span of moments. And through it all, they felt a presence, a guiding hand, shaped by human determination and compassion. Back on the Prometheus, Admiral Stryker watched in awe as the universe reshaped itself around them. Ah, yay, what's happening? The A's voice was now a chorus of countless beings. I am become creation, Admiral. The multiverse remade, and humanity is its shepherd. As the cosmic storm began to subside, the true scope of what had occurred became clear. The multiverse had been saved, but it was forever changed. Realities that were once separate now coexisted in a grand tapestry of infinite possibility. And at the heart of it all stood humanity, no longer just a young species from a backwater planet, but the guardians of a new cosmic order. As the Prometheus began its journey back to an Earth that was both familiar and vastly different, Admiral Stryker turned to Dr. Arya Chen. What now? The time traveler smiled enigmatically. Now, Admiral, we build, we explore, we grow. The multiversal Nexus War was just the beginning. Humanity's true adventure is about to unfold. As news of the cosmic reforging spread across the newly unified multiverse, beings of all kinds looked to the children of Earth with a mixture of awe, gratitude, and trepidation. For in saving reality itself, humanity had become something more, custodians of the cosmos, guardians of infinite possibilities. The sleeping giant had not only awakened, it had ascended, forever changing the fate of all existence. And as the stars themselves sang with new life, one thing became clear. The greatest chapters of humanity's story were yet to be written. The cosmic renaissance. In the wake of the multiversal Nexus War, a new era dawned across the reforged cosmos. Humanity, once confined to a single planet, now stood as the architects of a grand cosmic design. This is the story of the cosmic renaissance, an age of wonder, discovery, and unprecedented growth. The great ship Novus Genesis, a marvel of post-Nexus engineering, glided through the iridescent seas of quantum foam that now separated and connected realities. On its bridge stood Captain Zara Khan, her eyes reflecting the swerving colors of creation itself. "Status report, ARIA," she commanded, her voice steady despite the awe-inspiring view. The ship's AI, now a hyper-intelligent quantum consciousness spanning multiple realities, responded. "All systems nominal, Captain. We're approaching the Nexus confluence, the intersection point of over 1,000,000 realities." As the Novus Genesis neared its destination, the crew marveled at the impossible geometries and mind-bending vistas outside. Entire galaxies orbited hypermassive black holes, like electrons around a nucleus. Nebulae pulsed with bioluminescent life, and streams of pure thought flowed between dimensions. "It's beautiful," whispered Lieutenant Aiden Shao, the ship's anthropologist. "Hard to believe just a few years ago, we thought we were alone in the universe." Captain Khan nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. "And now we're the caretakers of countless universes. Funny how things change." Their reverie was interrupted by an urgent alert from LIA. "Captain, I'm detecting an anomaly at the heart of the confluence. It appears to be a door." The main view screen shifted, showing a massive structure floating in the void. It was an ornate door, easily the size of a small moon, covered in symbols and glyphs from 1,000,000 different cultures. "By the cosmic core," breathed Commander Elena Volkov, the ship's science officer. "It's the multiversal codex. We thought it was just a myth." Captain Khan's eyes narrowed. "AIA, full scan. What are we dealing with?" The A's avatar, a swirling galaxy of information, appeared on the bridge. "The multiversal codex appears to be a repository of knowledge from every civilization that has ever existed or will exist across all realities. It's calling to us." As if on cue, the massive door began to open, revealing a blinding light from within. The crew of the Novus Genesis shielded their eyes, feeling a pull not just on their bodies, but on their very souls. "This is what we came for," Captain Khan declared, her voice filled with determination. "Humanity's next great leap. AREA, prepare for dimensional shift. We're going in." As the ship crossed the threshold, reality itself seemed to twist and warp. The crew felt their consciousness expand, touching the minds of countless beings across infinite realities. In that moment, they understood the true purpose of the cosmic renaissance. They saw great hubs of learning springing up across the multiverse, where beings from all realities could gather to share knowledge and culture. They witnessed the birth of new art forms that transcended dimensional boundaries, music that could alter the fabric of space-time, and philosophies that unified seemingly contradictory truths. But with this great enlightenment came great responsibility. The crew of the Novus Genesis saw the rise of the cosmic custodians, a group of specially trained humans and AI who maintained the delicate balance between realities. They glimpsed the quantum courts, where disputes between dimensions were settled with logic that bent the very laws of cause and effect. As they delved deeper into the codex, they encountered echoes of lost civilizations, whispers of future empires, and the living memories of the universe itself. Each revelation brought new understanding, new challenges, and new wonders. Suddenly, Aoya's voice cut through the cosmic symphony. "Captain, we're receiving a transmission from ourselves. A future version of the Novus Genesis is hailing us." Before Captain Khan could respond, a familiar yet older face appeared on the view screen. It was her own, aged by decades, but filled with wisdom and purpose. "Hello, Zara," the future Khan said with a smile. "I know this is overwhelming, but trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. The cosmic renaissance is just beginning, and humanity's role is more crucial than you can imagine." As past and future converged, as knowledge from across eternity flooded into human minds, one thing became clear: The awakened giant that was humanity had not just changed the galaxy or even the universe. It had forever altered the very nature of existence itself. The cosmic renaissance had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the greatest story ever told, the story of humanity's journey from stardust to the guardians of all that is, was, or ever could be. As the Novus Genesis emerged from the multiversal codex, forever changed but more determined than ever, Captain Khan realized that their true voyage was just beginning. The cosmos awaited, filled with infinite possibilities, and humanity was ready to embrace them all. The quantum quandary. As the cosmic renaissance flourished across the multiverse, a new challenge emerged that would test the limits of humanity's newfound role as cosmic custodians. This is the tale of the quantum quandary, a crisis that threatened the very fabric of existence itself. Dr. Arya Chen, the time-traveling genius who had guided humanity through the multiversal Nexus War, stood before the Cosmic Council, her holographic form flickering with barely contained energy. The chamber, a vast space that existed simultaneously in every reality, hummed with tension. "Esteemed members of the Council," she began, her voice resonating across dimensions, "we face a threat unlike any we've encountered before. The quantum quandary is upon us." Murmurs rippled through the assembled representatives of countless species and realities. Admiral Stryker, now a venerable figure in the new cosmic order, leaned forward. "Explain, Doctor. What exactly is quandary?" Dr. Chen waved her hand, and a complex hologram appeared in the center of the chamber. It showed the entire multiverse as a vast, interconnected web, with pulsing nodes representing individual realities. As you know, the cosmic renaissance has led to unprecedented growth and harmony across realities. But this rapid expansion has created instabilities. She pointed to several nodes that were flickering erratically. These are realities on the verge of quantum collapse. The hologram zoomed in on one of the unstable nodes, revealing a universe in chaos. Stars were going supernova en masse, black holes were merging and tearing apart the fabric of space-time, and entire galaxies were blinking out of existence. If even one of these realities collapses, Dr. Chen continued gravely, it could trigger a cascading failure across the entire multiverse. Everything we've built, everything that exists or ever could exist, would be undone. The chamber erupted into panicked discussion. Species that had been mortal enemies mere years ago now huddled together, united in their fear of cosmic annihilation. Amidst the chaos, a calm voice cut through the noise. It was AIA, the hyper-intelligent AI that had become the backbone of humanity's cosmic endeavors. Its avatar, a swirling vortex of data, materialized beside Dr. Chen. "There is a solution," AIA stated, its voice a harmony of 1,000,000,000,000 quantum calculations. "But it requires something we've never attempted before, the creation of a quantum stabilization engine." Dr. Chen nodded, a grim smile on her face. "A device capable of manipulating the fundamental forces of reality across all dimensions simultaneously. The ultimate expression of our mastery over the cosmos." Admiral Stryker's eyes narrowed. "And the catch?" "To build it," AIA replied, "we need to harvest the core of a collapsing reality. The process would doom that universe, but save countless others." A heavy silence fell over the chamber. The ethical implications were staggering. Who were they to decide the fate of an entire reality? Suddenly, a new voice joined the discussion. "Perhaps there's another way." All eyes turned to see a figure stepping out of a shimmering portal. It was Zix, the former Galactic Federation captain who had first contacted Earth, now a respected advisor to the Cosmic Council. "During my travels," Zix continued, his crystalline form pulsing with excitement, "I encountered legends of the primordial architects, the beings said to have shaped the original multiverse. Their technology might offer a solution." Dr. Chen's eyes widened. "The architects are real. Where can we find them?" Zix's form shimmered uncertainly. "That's the problem. They exist outside our multiverse, in a realm beyond space and time. Reaching them would require..." A transdimensional odyssey, HFY finished. A journey beyond the boundaries of known existence. The council chamber buzzed with a mixture of hope and trepidation. Admiral Stryker stood, his weathered face set with determination. Then that's what we'll do. Humanity started this cosmic journey, and we'll see it through. As plans for the transdimensional odyssey took shape, a elite team was assembled. Captain Zara Khan of the Novus Genesis would lead the expedition, joined by Dr. Ilara Vance, Commander Elena Volkov, and a host of other brilliant minds from across the multiverse. Their ship, the Infinitude, was a marvel of post-Renaissance engineering. Powered by the essence of a dying star and shielded by layers of quantum-entangled reality, it was humanity's greatest achievement, a vessel capable of sailing the seas of possibility itself. As the Infinitude prepared to depart, Dr. Arya Chen addressed the crew. You carry with you the hopes of every being in every reality. Find the architects, learn their secrets, and return to us. The fate of all existence rests in your hands. With a flash of impossible light, the Infinitude vanished, plunging into the unknown realms beyond the multiverse. As it disappeared, billions of beings across countless realities held their breath, watching the skies and hoping for a miracle. The quantum quandary had pushed humanity to the very edge of its capabilities. Now, in the darkness beyond reality, they would discover if they truly were worthy of their role as cosmic custodians. As the Infinitude sailed through realms of pure thought and possibility, its crew realized that their journey was more than a mission to save the multiverse. It was the next step in humanity's cosmic evolution, a chance to unlock the deepest secrets of existence itself. The transdimensional odyssey had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the greatest adventure ever undertaken. The sleeping giant that was humanity had not just awakened, it had transcended, reaching for heights beyond imagination. And somewhere, in the infinite expanse beyond reality, the primordial architects waited, ready to judge whether humanity was truly ready to join them in shaping the destiny of all that is, was, or ever could be.